All right, welcome everyone to the 135 community. My name is Brian Frazier. I'll be your presenter for tonight. I'm glad everyone could make it to the call tonight to find out about the 135 community and go over the process that we do here. I'd like to apologize for last Monday's recording. It took me at least 2 days to get that recording up on YouTube. So I was having all kind of issues trying to get the recording from Monday up. But we finally got it up, and so you can go to that webinar whenever you want on the YouTube channel, the 135 community on YouTube, and you can see Monday's webinar from last Monday. Again, I'd like to welcome everybody to the 135 community. Glad you can make it. And we're going to go ahead and get started. For those of you that are new, I welcome you. If this is your first time coming to the 135 community presentation, this is going to be a little different than what you may have been used to. If you're looking at this for the very first time, I hope that as we go through this process, this is something that can resonate with you. This is a little different. It may take you a minute to kind of really grasp the concept of what we're trying to do, but hopefully you'll see it. But the one thing that I know you'll know for sure as we go through this process is that money is no issue here. Okay? Money is not a problem. That will not be the problem with 135 community and the process that we use. So that should be a unanimous consensus is that money is not going to be a problem with this community. All right? Now, I do want to say, though, the process that we're going to show is very simple. It's very easy, okay? But unfortunately, sometimes we tend to complicate things, okay? The process is flawless. I'm going to tell you that straight up front. It's a flawless process. But we tend to make things difficult. So, in saying that the process is easy and simple, it's just as easy, if not easier, to mess this up for yourself. And it's just plain and simple. So with that in mind, there's a few criteria that you want to come into this process with. The first one is you want to be honest. You want to be, as honest as you possibly can as you go through this process and as you deal with people. You want to be very honest. That's going to be a very valuable trait as we go through this process, and you'll see what I mean as we go through. You want to have integrity. All right? That's just as equally, if not more, as important as being honest, is having integrity. And you're going to hear me say these words over and over again as we go through the process, because I just want to emphasize how important they are to have these traits. And if you don't have them now, hopefully as you go through this process and go through the fruition of this process, you'll develop it. Okay? So we have honesty and integrity. The other thing is commitment. All right? This community is put together because we're here to get rid of poverty, get rid of debt, and to wipe out poverty. That's our mission with 135 community. Now, you may have whole nother mission. That's totally up to you. But the mission for 135 community is to get rid of debt and to wipe out poverty. And I can almost assure you, if you become committed to getting rid of debt, whether it be your own debt or helping others to get rid of their debt and wiping out poverty within your community, if you're committed to that, then that's going to be a strong driving force for you through this process. And then the last thing, the last criteria is discipline. It's going to take a lot of discipline to carry through this process. And the reason why it takes a lot of discipline is because this process is so simple and so easy, but it's even easier to mess up. And so therefore, you have to exude some type of discipline to keep going through this process. Because you can very easily get discouraged because it's so simple. And you're wondering why something so simple could be so, hard for people to do. But those traits will keep you going. Will keep you going, and hopefully down the road make you become very successful within this community, and to be able to go out here and get rid of debt and wipe out poverty. So it's all a mindset, is what we're saying. Right? It's not about the money, as you will see. Money is no issue, and you're going to hear me say that over and over and over again as we go through this. All right? So I'm just giving you a preface to what you're getting ready to go through in this process, if you have not seen it. If you've seen this before, and you've seen the presentation before, then you know what's in store. And so you're just here to really get yourself more in tune and more acclimated to the process itself and to learning it and getting it within you, okay? Because this is something that you really got to feel. You really got to feel, all right? So now, before I get into the process, I always like to do this because it's very important to be able to distinguish what people are going to hit you with when you tell them about this. A lot of people think that whenever you're trying to invite them into something, the first thing that's going to pop into their head is that you're trying to get them into a pyramid. Are you talking about one of those pyramid things? That's what you're talking about? Okay. So what we want to do is try to nip that in the bud right up front, okay, to show the difference between what we're doing here with this process and a pyramid scheme. Because most people don't know what a pyramid scheme is. So I just want to give a brief definition of what a pyramid scheme is. All right. And so you can go and Google pyramid scheme and get a more detailed definition of it. But this is just a real brief definition and a quick example of it, so you can distinguish, between this process and a pyramid scheme. So it says here, a pyramid scheme is a fraudulent system of making money based on recruiting an ever-increasing number of investors. And the key word there is investors. The initial promoters recruit investors who in turn recruit more investors and so on. The scheme is called a pyramid because at each level, the number of investors increase. Okay? So now, that's a pyramid scheme or pyramid. Now, the main word here, of course, is investors, because when people come to a pyramid scheme and they put their money into a pyramid scheme, they're putting their money in as an investment. And so whenever you're putting your money in as an investment, you're looking for some rate of return on your money. All right? So, you're looking for your money to make money based on, the investment that you believe you're putting your money into. Well, in a pyramid scheme, what happens is the people that run the pyramid scheme, they take in the money. And as they take in the money, they take in money from the last people that come to the scheme. They take a portion of that money and they give it out to the first people that came into the scheme. And they keep going like that. The last in portion of it goes to the people that came in before them, and so on and so forth. All right? Where they make the people believe that they got a return on their money, which they really didn't, because their money didn't get invested into anything. All it did was get played into a money game, and that is illegal. The SEC will come down so quick on something like that, it will make your head spin. Okay? That is illegal to do. That is nowhere near what we're getting ready to show you in the 135 process. All right? So you won't get confused. This is not a pyramid scheme. All right? Now, a lot of times people, when they say pyramid, they're thinking of the structure pyramid, a structure of a pyramid, which is something completely different from a pyramid scheme. So sometimes, they don't know all they know is you're being invited into something. It must be one of those pyramid things. And they don't realize that an actual pyramid structure, someone at the top that gets all the money, that's actually the pyramid structure that they actually work in at their corporate job or whatever business that they're in, whatever business that they work at. That's really what they're looking at. Okay? That's a real pyramid. All right? Everything is a pyramid. Everything. Even in network marketing or MLM, that's a pyramid too. But it's just an inverted pyramid. And so there's a difference between the two structures. All right? But this is a definition of a pyramid scheme, which is a money game. Okay? And so the process that we're getting ready to go over is nowhere near a money game. And so I just want to make that distinction before we went into what the process really is and how it works. Okay? All right. So now, we went over the traits that you need to have to go through this process. Honesty, integrity, commitment, and discipline. All right? So now let's get into how the process actually works. Now, we start off the process with the Family Dollar donation. The Family Dollar donation. And it's just that. It's a donation of just $1. So to get involved with the process, all you have to do is get $1 and donate that to the person that invited you. Just $1. And then what you want to do is, as you go through the process, you want to find 3 people that you can invite into the process that can donate $1 to you. That's how simple and easy this really is. Okay? It's very, very easy, very, very simple stuff. We're not going to try to complicate this too much. We want to stick with that thing. You want to donate to one person and invite 3 people to donate to you. And we want to keep it that simple, all right, as we go through the process. Now, one thing I want to mention right here is that one of the concepts that we use as we go through this process is the compounding effect that we want to use. Okay. Now I don't know. I always like to use the analogy of doubling a penny every day for 30 days. Doubling a penny every day for 30 days. And if you've never heard of that, or if you've never really calculated that out on a calculator before, I encourage you to do that, because it shows you the magic of compounding. And basically, I encourage you to take a calculator and take 1 penny and double it every day. So you start out with 1 penny, okay, and the next day you add 2 more pennies. And the next day you add 2 more pennies, okay, which will be 2 pennies, 1 penny, then 2 pennies, then 4 pennies, then 8 pennies, then 16 pennies, and so on and so forth. And if you do that all the way out to 30 days, it will blow your mind. I know it will because it blew my mind. And at the end of 30 days, you would end up with $5.3 million from a penny in just 30 days. That's incredible. That is totally incredible. Okay. So now if you take that concept of doubling a penny, compounding, that's what we call compounding. You take that concept of compounding, now just do that with people. Compound people. And just imagine what you can come up with. If you can do that with a penny, imagine what you can come up with if you did it with people. It wouldn't matter what type of money you put in that process. Okay? If a penny can get to 5.3 million in 30 days, imagine with any other money figure that you put in to a system that is compounding on a consistent basis. Well, imagine what that could do. Okay? So I just wanted to imprint that into your mind before we go through the process, because it's all about building a community. That's what this is all for. Okay? So now, $1 donation, $1 that you're going to donate to the person that invited you, and you're looking to invite 3 people, at least 3 people, into the process who can donate $1 to you. Now, the only time that we're going to donate in this process is on a Monday or a Thursday. A Monday or a Thursday. Okay? So now, those are the parameters that we have to deal with going into the process, along with the traits that we need to have as we go through this process. Now, everybody with me? Okay, so now, you've donated $1 to the person that invited you. So now you've just started the process. So now you want to go to your donation day. So by the time you go to your next donation day, okay, today is Thursday, so the donation day for you will start on Monday. On Monday. So from now to Monday, you want to find 3 people that you can invite into this process that can donate $1 to you by Monday. Okay? So now, as we go to the first donation day, you find 3 people that you invite into the process, and at that particular time, on a Monday, they're going to donate $1 to you. And now, because they donated $1 to you each, that's $3 that you're going to take in. Out of that $3, you're going to take $2, and you're going to donate that to the person that invited you, and you're going to keep $1. So now you've got $1. You got your $1 back. Simple stuff, right? Simple, easy. You got your $1 back. And so at this point, you have no skin in the game, no money in the game at all now, right? You've got your $1 back that you previously donated to start the process off. So now, this is what I like to call house money now. Anything that you receive by way of donation is all house money for you. You have lost no money into this game, into this process. None at all. So money is no issue at this point, right? Never was. Now, the 3 people that you invited on the next donation day, because remember, donation day is on Mondays and Thursdays. So the next donation day, those 3 people that you invited, they now will donate $2 to you, because now they got 3 people that they invited and they received $1 from. So now they're going to send $2 to you. That's a total of $6. You're going to take out of that $6, $4, and donate that to the person that invited you. You're going to keep $2, and now you have $3 that you've accumulated, okay, in your first 2 donation days. $3. All right? So money's no issue here. All right? So now, at this point, now that you have $3 in your first 2 donation days, You have $3 that you've accumulated. What's going to happen at this point is that in the once you receive the $3, what you're going to do is you're going to take that $3 and you're going to donate that to the person that invited you in what we call the cash tripler, the $3 cash tripler. So now you just started a new process along with the $1 donation process. So now you're actually in two different processes at the same time. The $1 donation process and now the $3 cash tripler. Okay? So now you're in two different processes all at the same time. Now, now the next donation day, the third donation day in the $1 process, the third donation day, which is always what, on a Monday or a Thursday, the three people that you invited are now going to donate $4 to you. That's $12 that you're going to receive. You're going to take $8 out of that $12 and donate that to the person that invited you. Now you're going to keep $4 for yourself. That's a total of $7 that you've accumulated in the $1 process. That's a total of $7 that you have received through the $1 process, just the $1 process, in 3 donation days. But now the third donation day in the $1 process becomes the first donation day in the $3 cash tripler. So the 3 people that you invited, now they're going to donate to you $3 in the cash tripler, which is a total of $9. You're going to take that $6 out of that $9 and donate it to your inviter, and you're going to keep $3 for yourself. Now you got your $3 right back. Okay? Money is no issue in this process. None. We're not even worried about money. Okay? All we're trying to do is build a community here. Okay? So now, the next donation day, which is donation day 4 in the $1 process, the 3 people that you invited are now going to donate $8 to you. That's a total of $24 that you're going to receive. That's $16 that you're going to take out of that and send to the person that invited you. Now you're going to keep $8 for yourself. That's a total of $15 that you've accumulated just in the $1 process. That's a total of $18 that you've accumulated in the $1 process. And all you did was $1 one time out of pocket. That's it. That's all you did. Matter of fact, that's all anybody's doing is $1 one time out of pocket. All right? But now the 4th donation day in the $1 process becomes the second donation day in the cash tripler. So in the $3 cash tripler, now the 3 people that you invited, now they're sending you $6 each. That's a total of $18. You're going to take $12 of that and you're going to send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $6 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $9 just in the cash tripler, in the $3 cash tripler. Now it's a total of $24 that you've accumulated to this point. Now, the name of the community is 135 Community. Well, the 1 in the 135 is the $1 process. The 3 in the 135 is the $3 cash tripler. Well, then what you want to do at this point is take $5 out of the 24 that you've received, and you want to take that and put it in what we call the $5 freedom process, which makes up the 5 in the 135 community. So now you're in 3 different processes. You're in the $1 process, the $3 cash tripler, and the $5 freedom process. 3 different processes all at one time now. All right? So now you kind of see now why you need a little honesty, integrity, and you want to be committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty in your community. And you want to stay disciplined to this process. As long as you do that, you shouldn't have too much of a problem with this. Okay? You're in 3 different processes now. And all you did was $1 one time out of pocket. So now we go to donation day 5. Remember, donation day is only on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays. So on donation day 5 in the $1 process, the 3 people that you invited are now going to donate to you $48. $16 each, which is a total of $48. Out of that 48, you're going to take 32 and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $16 for yourself. That's a total of $31 that you've accumulated just in the $1 process. That's $40 that you've accumulated to this point. $40 from a $1 one time out of pocket. Now, the 5th donation day in the $1 process is the 3rd donation day in the cash tripler. So now the 3 people are going to donate to you $12 each. That's a total of $36. Out of that, you're going to take $24 and you're going to send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $12 for yourself. That's $18 that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. That brings you to $52 to this point. $52 to this point. Now, the 3rd donation day in the cash tripler is the 1st donation day in the $5 freedom. All right. So now the 3 people are now going to donate to you $5 each. That's a total of $15 altogether. That's $10 out of that you're going to send to your inviter. You're going to keep $5 for yourself. So now you got your $5 back that you previously donated. Okay. That's a total of $57 altogether that you have in hand. Okay, it's making sense now? You see the process that we're doing? Honesty, integrity, and you want to be committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. And stay disciplined to this process right here. So now, we go to day number 6, donation day 6 in the $1 process. The 3 people are now going to donate to you $32 each. That's $96 that you're going to take in. Out of that, you're going to take $64 and you're going to donate that to the person that invited you. You're going to keep $32 for yourself. Now you've got a total of $63 that you've accumulated just in the $1 process. That's a total of $89 to this point. All from a $1 one time out of pocket. $89. Now, the 6th donation day in the $1 process is the 4th donation day in the $3 cash tripler. So now the 3 people are now going to donate to you $24 each. That's $72 that you're going to take in. 48 of that you're going to send to your inviter. You're going to keep 24 for yourself. That's $42 that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. That's $113 altogether. $113 to this point. Now the 4th donation day in the cash tripler becomes the 2nd donation day in the $5 freedom process. That's $10 from the 3 people. That's $30 altogether. You're going to take 20 of that, donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $10 for yourself. And now you've accumulated $15 in the $5 freedom process. Simple. Okay? See, all we're doing is just sticking with the process. We're not worried about the money, right? Because only thing people are putting up is $1 and donating it to the person that's inviting them. That's all you're doing. $1 one time out of pocket. Money is no issue. Now let's go to day number 7. D-Day, number 7, donation day. Mondays and Thursdays only. Okay? The reason why we do Mondays and Thursdays only, because we want to stay as organized as we possibly can. Okay? We don't want to confuse the issue. So every Mondays and Thursdays is when we donate. So now on donation day 7, the 3 people now are going to donate to you $64 each. That's $192 altogether. You're going to take $128 and you're going to send that to the person that invited you. You're going to keep 64 for yourself. That's $127 that you've accumulated just in a $1 process. That takes you up to $187 to this point. And the only thing anybody ever put out of pocket was $1. Everybody here is playing with house money. Everybody. Money is no issue. On the seventh donation day in the $1 process becomes the 5th donation day in the $3 cash tripler. The 3 people are now donating to you $48 each. That's $144 altogether. You're going to take 96 of that. You're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep 48 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $90 in the cash tripler, just in the cash tripler. That's going to take you over $235 to this point. All right. The 5th donation day in the cash tripler becomes the 3rd donation day in the $5 freedom. So now that's $20 from each 3 people. That's $60 altogether. $40 of that goes to your inviter. You keep 20. Now you have a total of $35 that you've accumulated in the $5 freedom. That's a total of $255 from a $1 one-time out of pocket. All right. Is making sense to you now? Now, the 8th donation day, okay, 8th donation day, Monday or Thursday, all right, this is at the end of 4 weeks into this process. 4 weeks into this process. The 3 people are now going to donate $128 to you each. That's $384 that you're going to take in. 256 of that you're going to donate to your inviter. You're going to keep 128 for yourself. That's $255 you've accumulated in just a $1 process. People just giving up $1 to the person that invited them. And you end up with $383 to this point. From a $1 one-time out of pocket. Okay? Money is no issue. Honesty, integrity, and be committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty in our communities. That's what keeps this going. And staying disciplined to this process. The 8th donation day in the $1 process is the 6th donation day in the cash tripler. That's $96 from the 3 people that you invited. That's $288 altogether. You take $192 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $96 for yourself. That's $186 that you've accumulated, taking you at $479 to this point. The 6th donation day in the cash tripler becomes the 4th donation day in the $5 freedom. That's $40 from the 3 people that you invited. That's $120 altogether. You take 80 of that, send it to your inviter. You keep 40. Now you've got $75 that you've accumulated just in the $5 process. That's $519 altogether. You're in 3 different processes. You started with $1, one time out of pocket. You're playing with house money. Money is no issue in this process. Staying disciplined to this process is the key. Money is not the issue. The 9th donation day, remember Mondays and Thursdays. On the 9th donation day, the 3 people are now donating to you $256 each. That's $768 that you accumulate. That's $512 of that you're going to send to your inviter. You're going to keep $256 for yourself. That's $511 just in the $1 process. Taking you over $775 in a month and a half in this process. Doesn't take that long. $775 to this point. Now the 9th day of the $1 process becomes the 7th day of the $3 cash tripler. That's $192 now that you're receiving from all 3 people. That's $576. You're going to take $384 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $192 for yourself. That's $378 that you've accumulated in the cash tripler. That takes you to $967 to this point. The 7th day of the $3 cash tripler is the 5th day of the $5 donation, $5 freedom donation, $5 freedom process. $80 from the 3 people that you invited, that's $240 altogether. $160 goes to your inviter. You keep $80 for yourself. That's $155 that you've accumulated in the $5 freedom process. That takes you over $1,047. $1 one time out of pocket. Amazing. Staying disciplined to this process, this is what can happen. Staying committed to wiping out debt and wiping out poverty. This can happen. Okay. Day 10, donation day 10, the end of 5 weeks. Okay. The 3 people are now going to send you $512 each. That's $1,536 that you're going to take in. $800 of that you want to send to your inviter. You're going to keep $736 for yourself. That's $1,247 just in the $1 process that you've accumulated. That takes you over $1,783 in 5 weeks. The only thing anybody ever gave up was $1 out of pocket. One time. One time. The rest is house money. Okay? Take a look at what you got here. See, at this point in time, when you get to this point right here, where you got 3 people donating to you $512 and you've accumulated over $1,200, do you understand the team and the community that you have built here, that has built here? The power that you have in this team? Because this team right here, this is a team of leaders right here. Okay? Because this is a community. Because this ain't about money. This is a community that you've built here. Understand what you got when you get here. Okay? Now, the 10th day of the $1 process, the 10th donation day of the $1 process, is the 8th day of the cash tripler. That's $384 coming from the 3 people that you invited. That's $1,152. Out of that, you're going to take $600 donated to your inviter. You're going to keep $552 for yourself. That's $930 just in the cash tripler. That takes you over $2,335 to this point. Honesty, integrity, and being committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. That's what gets this done. The 8th day in the cash tripler is the 6th day in the $5 freedom. So now that's $160 that's being donated to you from all 3. That's $480. You're going to take $320, send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $160. That's $315 that you've accumulated just in the $5 freedom process, taking you over $2,495 to this point. $1, one time out of pocket. That's it. Now watch this. The 11th donation day. The 11th donation day. Remember, we're only donating on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays. The 11th donation day in the $1 process, the 3 people are now going to donate to you $800 each. That's $2,400 that you take in. You're going to take $1,000 and send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $1,400 for yourself. That's $2,647 just in the $1 process. That's taking you over $3,895 to this point. See, this is honesty integrity right here. Honesty and integrity to give your inviter $1,000. Honesty and integrity, because money is no issue here. Okay? The 11th day in the $1 process is the 9th day in the cash tripler. Now the three people are going to donate to you $600 each. That's $1,800. Out of that, you're going to take $1,000 and send that to your inviter. All right? You're going to keep $800 for yourself. That's $1,730 that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler, taking you over $4,695 to this point. All right? Honesty and integrity. Staying committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. Donation day 9 in the cash tripler is the 7th donation day in the $5 freedom. So now $320 are being donated from the three people now, giving you $960. You're going to take $640 of that, and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $320. That's $635 that you've accumulated in the $5 freedom. That takes you over $5,015 in this process. Discipline. If you stay disciplined to this, this is what can happen. See, the process is flawless, okay? But it's the people that we have to deal with, right? People is what drive this. So now, on the 12th donation day, remember, Mondays and Thursdays, the 12th donation day, at the end of 6 weeks, 6 weeks is not a long time. The three people are now going to donate to you $1,000 each. That's $3,000 that you're going to bring in. Out of that, you're going to take $1,000 and send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $2,000 for yourself. That's $4,647 just in the $1 process. That takes you over $7,015 to this point. Okay? And look at your community here. Nobody has lost any money in this process. Money is no issue for nobody in this process. Now, at this point in the process, whenever you receive $1,000 from three people, at this point, you will no longer donate on a Monday or a Thursday at this point. From now on, you will donate to your inviter every Tuesday of every week. Every Tuesday of every week. So that means as long as the three people are sending you $1,000 each, you will send your inviter $1,000 every Tuesday, and you keep $2,000 every Tuesday of every week. So now, the 12th donation day of the $1 process becomes the 10th donation day in the cash tripler. Watch this. Each person that you invited donates to you $1,000. You take in $3,000. $1,000 of that will go to your inviter. You keep $2,000 for yourself. That's $3,730 that you receive just in the cash tripler. That takes you over $9,015 to this point. The same deal. As long as you receive $1,000 from the three people that you invited, you donate $1,000 every Tuesday of each week and keep $2,000 every Tuesday of each week. Now you've got a $2,000 from the $1 donation and $2,000 from the $3 cash tripler. Okay? Every week, as long as these three people are donating to you $1,000. Make sense? Now that's $4,000 a week that you're bringing in by way of donation. This happened in 5 weeks, starting with the dollar donation. $1, one time, out of pocket. Okay. Now the 10th donation day of the $3 cash tripler becomes the 8th donation day in the $5 freedom. So in the $5 freedom, the 3 people are now donating to you $640 each. That's $1,920. You're going to take $1,000, send that to your inviter. Okay? You're going to keep $920 for yourself. That's $1,555 that you've accumulated to that point. The very next donation day, on a Monday or a Thursday, those 3 people are now going to send you $1,000 in the $5 freedom. That's $3,000. You're going to take $1,000 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $2,000 for yourself. That's $3,555. That's over 12. That's almost $12,000 that you've accumulated. Okay. At this point, you're only going to send $1,000 in the $5 freedom every Tuesday of every week. And you're going to keep $2,000 every Tuesday of every week. That's in each process. So that's a total of $6,000 a week from the $1 process, the $3 cash tripler, and the $5 freedom. $6,000 a week, as long as these 3 people are donating $1,000 in each one of the processes. $1, one time, out of pocket. This is amazing. Imagine what you can do with this team. Imagine what these team of leaders, what you can accomplish. Do you think that you can, at this point, start getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty in your community? Okay? See, if you accomplish this, that means anybody can accomplish it. Why? Because it's just a mindset. Being honest, having integrity, being committed to wiping out your debt and getting rid of poverty, and staying disciplined to this process. There's no reason why this can't happen. Why? Because money is no issue. This is all house money. This is not your money. This is house money. This is the community money. You follow me? $1, one time, out of pocket generated this. This is compounding at its finest. See, it's all about mindset. This is a team build. This is not a money grab. This is a team build. And if you build a team with the right mindset, money is no issue. And can you imagine if you take this team and you take this team to any program or platform or business that you want to go to? You can become a rock star. They're gonna be trying to figure out where this person come from, making all this money. See, this is just the beginning. This is your stepping stone to go wherever you need to go. Because see, when you start bringing in this money and you pay off your debt, and you're helping others to do the same, that money has to go somewhere. You got to do something with that money. And you got to know what to do with it. This puts power back into people's hands. See, we do this together. We don't need governments and corporations controlling our monies or dictating to us what we need to do. See, here's my philosophy. If you take in your communities that you live in, if you take 20% of the people in your community becomes cash-strapped and debt-free, you control your community. You dictate to the local officials what you want done in your community, not the other way around. They're beholden to you. They work for you. See, you're no longer a debt slave. See, if this was established already before this so-called pandemic, would you be worrying about finances right now? No. That would be the least of your worries. See, most people live paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because of the system that we're in. Things have to change. And if things are going to change, guess what? You got to do it. Now keep in mind, this is just a process. This is not a platform. Don't get it twisted. There's no website to go to. There's no software to keep track of all of this. This is what you have to do. This is by design this way. Technology has nothing to do with this. Okay? This is out of the hands of technology. This is in your hands. You control this. The community controls this. No one can shut this down. If the power went out, that doesn't stop you from doing this process. You follow me? So now, in order to stay organized, you may need to have some type of form to make sure, or some ledger, or Excel spreadsheet or whatever, to keep yourself on track on who's donating to you and what they're donating to you. Keep yourself on track. That's why we give on Mondays and Thursdays, to stay organized. I hope you see the concept of this process and why we need honesty, integrity, commitment, and discipline. Because if you go to fruition and you have 3 people that donate $1,000 to you every Tuesday, you will have developed those traits to the max. And you will become a hero in your community. Okay? This is what this is all about. Right here. Community. $1. Compounding at its finest. Now, as we go along here, we do have what we call the 135 process guidelines. We gotta go by the guidelines. And quite naturally, they start off with what? Honesty. We gotta be honest with this. We gotta be honest with yourself. And equally, if not more important, you need to have integrity. Because integrity is going to kick in when you receive $3,000 and you need to send $1,000 to the person that invited you. You got to have integrity to do that. Commitment. You want to stay committed to getting rid of debt, getting rid of your own debt first, and to helping to wipe out poverty. Because there's no reason why we should have poverty in our community. It shouldn't. We're in the wrong system. So we got to change it. And the only way to change it is to create our own system. Right? And then discipline. Stay disciplined to the process. If you can stay, you may stray every now and then, but discipline is something that you got to work on over time. And it will happen. And as long as you stay disciplined, then the people around you will be disciplined. Okay? Now, always, donation days will be on Mondays and Thursdays. This is to keep everything organized. Mondays and Thursdays. Also, it will be ideal to keep an accounting of your donations you receive on a spreadsheet or ledger to keep organized when, from who, and what amount you receive. Because we have no software, there's no website to go to. This is all on you. Now, once you receive the same donation from any 3 people, it will be required to send the donation to your inviter for the required amount for that particular donation day. Now here's a note. If you do not receive all the donations from the 3 people, you will wait until you have all 3 before donating to your inviter. This could fall on a later donation day. So in other words, if you don't have all 3 donations for that particular day and that particular amount, then you wait till you have all 3 before you send that donation, because you can't send a donation that you don't have. And if you start doing that before you get all 3, then you're going to get confused. Trust me on that. So whenever you receive all 3 donations, it may be on a different donation day when the 3rd one comes in. That's okay. Then send your donation. All right? That's to keep it organized. And then, although it is not required, it would be in good practice to invite more than 3 people to the community to enhance the possibility of getting the 3 donations from any particular donation day. So let's just keep it real. You need 3 people so you can send donations. But just don't bank on the first 3 people you get sticking to the process. Because remember I said the process is flawless. It's the people that we have to deal with, right? And everybody doesn't come in with those 4 traits. Sometimes those 4 traits have to be developed. So it may make sense to get more than 3 people to make sure you get the 3 donations you're looking for. So you may have to go get 4 or 5, maybe 10 people to get those 3 people. That makes sense? That in the networking game, we call that the numbers game. Because everything we do is a numbers game, right? If you want to have 20 people at your party, you better invite 40 at your party. Because everybody ain't going to show up. That's just the fact of life. All right? Now, if you receive donations from more than the required 3 for the required amount for any donation day, and your donation to your inviter was sent, then all excess donations stay with you. Make sense? So in other words, if you got 5 people and they all donated to you on that donation day, then you send your donation to your inviter based on the 3 people. Anything after those 3 people, those donations stay with you. So now that's even more of an incentive to go get more than 3 people, right? Because, see, in this process, you only dealing with one person that you're sending money to. That's the person that invited you. That's it. There's no other person to send money to. So as long as you get your 3 donations, you can send your donation to your inviter. Anything after those 3 donations, it stays with you. That's incredible. Now, When you get to the point that you start to receive $1,000 from at least 3 people that you invited, you should be honored to donate $1,000 to your inviter. That's where that integrity kicks in, right? You should be honored to give that person $1,000 that invited you. Because without them inviting you to this process, you would have never got to this point. Make sense? Now, if you receive $1,000 from only 1 or 2 of the people you have invited, the right thing to do is to donate a minimum of 1/3 or $300 of each donation received. Then once you start to receive all 3 donations, you then should donate the full $1,000 to your inviter. So in other words, if you only got one person that donated to you $1,000, they made it to that position and they donated to you $1,000, then it's only the right thing to do is to give the person that invited you $300 of that $1,000. Or if 2 people gave you $1,000, that's $300 from each donation, total of $600. That's just the right thing to do. Then once you've got all 3 giving you $1,000 at a particular time, then that's when you give the $1,000 to the person that invited you on a consistent basis. Make sense? Honesty, integrity, commitment, and discipline. If you do that, you can change the world. You can at least change your position, your financial position. And then work on changing the positions in the people in your community. Take back control, right? That's what it's all about. So, okay, so at this point, what we want to do is open it up for anybody that has any questions, any comments. If you have any questions or comments about this process, please feel free to unmute yourself on your mic, or if you're on the phone, just hit *6 if you have any questions at all. Oh, and before I take the first question, I forgot to show you this. Also, the charts that I showed you, the guidelines, okay? If you did not get that from the person that invited you, you can email at 135community.unity@gmail.com, and we can get you that information, okay? So you can get you going, all right? And then also, these calls are recorded, and so we have a YouTube channel, and you can find the YouTube channel at the 135 Community. That's the name of the YouTube channel, and all of our recordings will be on that YouTube channel. So you can choose the recording that you want, just to listen again, to study the process, and to also send out to others so they can see how the process works. All right, and then also we're here every Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, every Mondays and Thursdays. And I try to make sure I'm always here on a Monday and Thursdays. All right? Okay. Any questions, any comments? Anybody have any questions or comments? We just want to make sure that everybody understands the process. And what you want to do is just, if this is your first time here, get with the person that invited you and shoot them $1. Now, you want to give the $1 by any way that they need, however they want to receive that $1. When we first started this, we started it with Cash App, but you can use whatever method that you choose because they're only giving you the $1, and whatever your inviter is using, you're only giving them, you're only donating to them. So whatever means that they use to receive their donation, that's how you want to get it to them, or whatever you arrange between the two of you. It's up to you. You're in control. All right? Any questions or comments? Any questions or comments? The last webinar that I did Monday, I apologize. It was a little late getting up. It took me a couple of days. I was having problems with YouTube. YouTube just wasn't acting right. So it took me a little minute, but we got it up. So it's there from Monday. All right?
Say, Brian.
Yes.
Hey, this is Mike from Dayton, Ohio.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, I'm wondering, can we bring in people from other countries in this program?
You sure can. You can bring in anybody from anywhere, okay? And as long as they understand the process and they can get you the dollar and they can donate to you on a consistent basis, however you want to get that from them, go for it. We're here to change the world.
Is there a debit card that you guys are coming out with?
We're hoping to. My goal is to get this debit card. It's a payment processor, debit card, and a banking system. So it's everything, and a Bitcoin wallet. So it's everything rolled into one. And if we can ever get this thing, I don't know. I have no control over when I can get it. I'm just waiting on word for it. But when it comes, you will definitely, everybody here will definitely know about it, because it will definitely help you in this process. Make things much, much smoother for everybody. Definitely. It's not required, but it's just something that, you know, that can help out with the process. So hopefully we can get it real soon. We're keeping our fingers crossed on that. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Yes, sir. Your name?
I'm Hugh Martin from Selma. I had
okay.
sent for the information, you know, for the guidelines. I hadn't gotten it yet.
Oh, you haven't? What was your name again?
Hugh Martin.
Hugh Martin. Okay, did you send it to 135community.unity@gmail.com?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when did you send it?
I believe I sent it last week.
Last week? Wow.
Yes,
okay.
I did.
I tell you what, well, I apologize if you did, but I tell you what, I'm gonna look for it again. And your name again is what? I'm sorry.
Hugh Martin.
Hugh Martin. Okay.
My email was B Baller. It started with B Baller, Mr. B Baller. If you see that, that's me, Hugh Martin.
Hugh Martin. Okay. I'm gonna look for it, but just in case,
okay.
Just in case you send it again, just in case,
okay.
I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for it tonight, and
okay.
and I'll get you that information. Okay.
Okay, I'll send it again. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. No problem. All right. Anybody else? Any questions? Any comments?
Hey, Brian, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, give me a call when you get off the webinar. I have urgent.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Will do. All right. Any other questions? Any other comments? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? All right. Well, hey, look, I appreciate everybody coming to the call. I hope this resonates with you if this is your first time. If you're watching this on the video, on the recording, I hope that you can really see what this process can do and how it can change your life and how it can change other people's lives. And we really encourage you to get with the person that invited you. Start the process by giving $1. You have nothing to lose, nothing at all. All right, and so by today is Thursday. By Monday, have 3 people ready to go with their $1 and start this process. Okay, it may shock you what might happen. All right, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So with that, I appreciate everybody coming. I thank you, and hope to see you on Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.